2019 Subaru Ascent. We're gonna remove the wheel. I gotta think, how'd that happen? That's the piston right there sticking out. I don't see. Jesus Christ. Oh, thank God they're still alive, man. Oh, brake pads. All right, so this is, it's either the guy stripped it and it's supposed to be 10 hex or this one's 11 hex. I'm not sure if the guy stripped it. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, I'm gonna take out both of them because I wanna see inspection now. Oh man, the caliper popped out. I don't know, man, something like this, I would recommend the caliper. If you come across with this kind of stuff, I'll say replace it just for the peace of mind. Look at that, the thing popped out. Driving a freeway like this, man, they could have died. So it's good that they're still alive. No, could have gone worse. Replace the caliper and the brake pad. Oh, she's missing brake pads, so yeah. So every time you're doing a brake line, use one of these and kind of pinch the line. Make sure you secure it so it doesn't. In this case, she doesn't have any more brake fluid, so I'm still gonna bleed it, but I'm showing you guys how to properly do it. And this one bolt here is 12. Oh shit. Remove that. Every time you remove the brake line or anything that has to do with the brake line or brake fluid, you have to bleed the system. All right, so if you're just replacing the caliper, what you need to do is just remove the bracket. You don't have to remove the rotors. So just remove the bracket, and then there's a bolt here that we need to remove. But since I'm installing it, I'm gonna show you how it gets done. Just move it accordingly. And there's two bolts on the back. Make sure it's always hand threaded to avoid that extra work. Make sure everything is hand threaded before you start using impact gun. I emphasize it a lot because you don't want a cross-threaded bolt. Nobody wants that. That's hard to fix. Sometimes one bolt could be equal to like 1 hour if you're trying to fix it. It just depends on the situation. 17 bolt for the bracket. When you're tightening the bolt, do it manually. So installing the new brake pad, see how thick that is, and everything is smooth. What you see here. And for this one, we need the caliper. Well, there's the new caliper. Place it inside the caliper. Remember, I'm still gonna install the caliper, so before I install it, I wanna put the brake pads in it. Greased up. And hold on, I need to take out these bolts. These are 7 bolts, 7 hex. Place the caliper, and then there's a lid, pop out the lid, cover, pop out the cover. Then we're gonna put some grease on this caliper pins. I know this is brand new, but it's not gonna hurt if you put some grease on the caliper pins. And then rotate, plug it in, make sure it's straight. Make sure it rotates before you start using an impact gun or your ratchet, so that you don't cross-thread the bolt. If you cross-thread the bolt, you're gonna have to replace the bracket, and then I don't think they sell just the bracket. So just be careful. Once it's threaded, then I'm gonna use my impact gun. So you started all the way, all you need is just a little bit more torque. That's it. Put the cover back. Now when I'm installing a new caliper, I like to use the old bolt. So I'm gonna use the new O-rings, crushed O-rings. These are crushed O-rings. I'm gonna use the old bolt because look at this. It's the new one and this is the old one. The original bolt is actually shorter than the new one. That's why I like to use the old bolt. To do it, place one inside of the bolt, and then it's gonna be one on each side. So place one outside, then one in the inside, like that, and then install it on the bracket. Make sure that this thing right here where the brake line is at is gonna be coming out here, so it's acting as a guide. All right, then tighten it. Once we bleed it and you see brake fluid coming out of here, that means we have to, it's not tight enough. So install the bracket. I like to go on the bottom first. This one's gonna be outside right here. Place it, this hook first, place it hooked. So now it's hooked, right? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this upward. Like that, and then just push it in. Make sure it's locked. All right, we're gonna be bleeding the brake system. So to do it, we're gonna need an extra person, unless you have the tool. I don't like the tool that use only one person to do the brake bleeding. I just don't like it. So like the old school style, somebody's gonna be at the front, at the driver's side, pumping the brakes, and then I'm gonna be opening the valve, which means I'm releasing the brake fluid, so it's gonna flow out. All right, so we're gonna do a bleeding on the brake fluid system of the 19 Subaru. About is pumping the brake. And then me, what I'm gonna do is wait a couple like 10 to 15 seconds before you release the brake fluid. Normally I wait about 10 seconds, but this one's completely drained. I need like a bucket. I can't find a bucket. Hold! That's a 10. So we're releasing the pressure. Open. Oh fuck! Okay, that's 11. Open it up. See the bubbles? That's what you want to see. The valve. Pump! Now it's pumping again. Wait about 10 seconds. 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. Hold! See the bubbles? Those are all bubbles. Close the valve. Pump! Now every time I shout pump, I let the other person know that he's gotta pump the brakes. Pump it. So when he's pumping the brakes, what we're gonna do is we're gonna count to 10, and then we open the valves. They say hold, so that the other person will hold the brake. Hold! Hold! Alright, now the other person's holding the brake. Now we're gonna open the valve. Pump! Once I close the bulb, once I close the valve, I'm gonna tell the other person to keep pumping the brakes again. Repeat this cycle for about, I'd say seven times all around, all of them. So you do one caliper at a time. When he's pumping, he's making sure it touches all the way down and then raise it slowly back up. Hold! Alright, open the valve. See, there's no more bubbles, but we gotta do this 7 times. Well, for me, I do it 7 times. Lock it out. I mean, close it. Pump! Me personally, I like to do all sides. It leaves the room for error. It eliminates the room for any errors. So yeah, I'd rather do a little bit of extra work to make sure that there's no bubbles in the system. Hold! Alright, now the other guy's holding. Open the valve. There's no bubbles. There's no bubbles coming out, but yeah, gotta make sure it bleed it. Pump! Hold! Bump! Yeah. Since I don't see any bubbles coming out of the system, I'll probably just do this up like 5 times. Hold! This one and go to the next. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna check about the brake fluid. I'm not sure if we still have any. Check ko lang brake fluid. Maganda ba? Yung likod. Yan na lang yung likod, no? Hold! Open the valve, close it. Do it again. Pump! Times. That's it.